Hello, hello. Welcome to our Stretch and De-Stress. My name is Hayley. Go grab yourself something to make you comfy, cozy, and we'll get started. So if you need to pause it now, please do. We're going to start seated today. So feel free, before we get started, if you've got a yoga mat, great, but if not, clear space on the floor is fine. We're going to spend some time on the floor, so maybe make sure you've got some pillows, blankets, all of that good stuff to keep you nice and comfortable. If you have blocks or anything that you like to work with, then you can grab those just in case. Maybe grab yourself something warm and lovely to drink, or some water. If you've got some candles, make sure they're far enough away, or have some little fake ones. If you'd like to put some lovely music on, then please do. If not, you can just listen to the lovely tones of my voice instead. So if you need to gather any of that good stuff, please do. And then if not, just come to seated. So throughout this class is a little bit of a slower pace, just so you can check in with your body and see how things are feeling, how things are working, and rather than just push through and push past it, we're just actually going to take time to listen. But please do work with your own body throughout. If there's anything that doesn't work and you want to adapt it, then please do. At any point, just stay still and breathe, lie down, whatever you need. Just ignore what I'm doing or have a wee dance about if that feels better. So coming to a comfortable seat, if you want, grabbing a pillow, maybe just to lift the hips up a little bit. Maybe you sit at the edge of the pillow to tilt the pelvis, or sit against the wall if that feels nicer. Take the legs further out, bend them, whatever gets you a little bit of comfort, and also where you can find a little bit of openness or length, or just be able to hold your body in a way that makes it feel important and not sort of scrunched up at the end of the day. So once you've found this position, maybe you want to close your eyes, or if that doesn't feel good for you, maybe looking down at the floor, just trying to limit the amount of outside distractions you've got and bringing your focus and your awareness internally, so a little bit more on what you're thinking and feeling, and rather than what's happening on the outside. Closing your eyes now. And now just taking this moment to really notice. Maybe notice the body. Are there any immediate things that come up? It might be uncomfortable how you're sitting or what you're wearing. Maybe it's that you need a drink of water. Maybe you need to put a layer on or turn the heating up or down. Maybe noticing any areas of tightness, of tension, where you're holding on. Maybe noticing any areas of pain or discomfort. Then maybe also noticing any areas where you can let go of any of that tension, where you can find some lightness, some space, some openness, some length. Maybe noticing your breath. It might be the first time you've thought about your breath all day, because the body is miraculous and does this all day without us paying any attention. So if at any point, if you think you are breathing incorrectly, trust me and trust that your body knows exactly what it's doing. You can add any little bits to control it or change it if you'd like, but if not, just let it go, let your body take over. If you would like to slow the breath, maybe you're thinking deep, breathing deep into the belly like you're filling a balloon. Really letting the belly expand and then deflate. Maybe you're feeling it deep into the belly and then wide into the sides of the ribs, and maybe even the back of the ribs, filling the middle of the body. Maybe you're feeling noticing how that feels in the ribs, in the belly, in the back. Maybe stretching into the body a little bit and then softening on each exhale. Maybe you can imagine you filling all the way up to the chest, the collarbones, and up into the shoulders without letting the shoulders come up high, just filling up the middle of our body. Maybe you can notice the breath coming in and out of the nose or the mouth and how that feels. Maybe if you want to hold the breath before you let it go. Now, I think we can take our breath for granted because it's such an easy thing to do, but it has such hugely beneficial and properties for slowing down the body's stress responses, hormones, and all of that. Anytime our body's in that fight or flight, taking those deep breaths, that's your way of telling your body it's okay, everything will be okay. And whether that's in real life danger situations or just an overloaded email inbox or deadlines or anything like that, these just a few deep breaths really does tell your body that everything is okay. Even if you have to convince yourself with a few extra breaths. Taking 2 more full deep breaths, making them the slowest and deepest. Telling your body it's okay, everything will be okay. Now, at any point in the class, feel free just to come back to this, to sitting and breathing in whatever position, bringing your awareness back onto this. Or you can let your body come to a bit more, breath come back to more natural rhythm. The most important thing is that you do continue to breathe throughout the class. Okay, now if you want opening your eyes, start to let some light in, maybe looking around. Okay, then we're going to bring our hands together. Just going to connect through the palms. Maybe taking a moment just to say thank you to your body for something, for getting you to this point, for showing up. Any little moment of gratitude. Thank you for if anything that's sore, that maybe feels like a negative, maybe we can say thank you to my legs for carrying me on that big walk today. Thank you for my shoulders for letting me sit at the desk and really get through that workload. Thank you to the arms that are holding babies or holding the world, really, holding on to things. So just taking that little moment to thank your body, giving your body a compliment, giving gratitude. And we're just going to bring a little bit of heat into the hands. Good, so as we've been talking about autumn, this kind of autumn and then getting into wintering is a good time to let go of anything. Letting go just like the trees, letting go of the leaves, letting go of what does not serve us. So we're going to let go a little bit. Breathing in to start, interlace the fingers. Breathing out, push the palms and curve the spine. Inhale to lift the hands, lift the face. Exhale to let go of any tension in the shoulders. Inhale, one arm lifts, one arm lowers. Exhale to send over, looking down, forward or up. Inhale to change. Find the floor, bend the elbow, drop the shoulder, exhale over. Inhale to lift. Exhale, crossing one hand, take the other hand behind you and lift and twist to exhale. Inhale to lift. Exhale to twist, stay tall. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fall forward, let the leaves fall to the ground. Maybe we're just taking the chest forward. Maybe you walk the hands, lower the gaze, lower the elbows, the shoulders, the head. Whatever feels comfortable, and whether that's much further up. Again, we're listening to our body. We're working with our body, not against it. Now, working with your body doesn't always mean picking the easy option. It might say that your body wants a little bit more. Your body wants to move more, to stretch more, to lift more. It wants to push a little bit harder. It wants to be challenged. But sometimes it might say it wants you to back off. It wants rest. It wants comfort. Good. Coming all the way up. Take the hands behind you, uncross, and cross the legs the other way. Setting yourself back up, taking your little moment. Again, checking in with your body, keeping your thoughts nice and positive or appreciative about your body. Maybe you found something new to think about. And bringing a little bit of heat, a little bit of campfire. Heat into the hands, using all that energy. Good. And interlace fingers. Exhale, push it away. Good. Push in between the shoulders, curve the spine. Inhale to lift the chest, lift the face. Exhale to lower the shoulders. Good. Other way first. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold over, keeping the elbow back and the chest open. Inhale to lift. Good, keeping the opposite hip on the floor as we bend over. Elbow opens, heart opens. Inhale to lift. Exhale to twist. Inhale to lift. Exhale to twist. Inhale to lift. Exhale to forward fold, just let it go. It might be different feeling on this side. You might have to move in a slightly different way. You might be able to go deeper. You might feel the tension in different places, or it might be the same on both sides. Good, coming back up. I'm just going to work a little bit into the wrists and ankles. So I'm going to go a bit sideways so you can see. So feet can come out. We can keep the knees bent if we want to. We're just going to flex and point. I'm still working with an injury here, so this gives me a good bit to check in on how actually we're doing. So wrists, we're just pointing them one way and pulling them up the other way. Good, now if you want, you're scooping it around, same way or opposite ways, whatever way you want. If it's too much doing arms and legs together, feel free to focus on one and then switch. Good, and reverse, trying to get all the way around, clearing out the end of the ice cream tub or this peanut butter jar. Good, any little wiggles, and the clicks out. Any little twinkles through the toes, through the fingers, waking everything up. Lovely, now you might want to take your pillow away from this, and maybe if you've got socks on, if it's a bit slippy, you can take those off too. Okay, we're going to work through a little bit. We've been doing our mantras of letting go. So our first week, I think I chose to let go of tension, negativity, and stress. So you can keep with those. I think maybe last week we added, you can add your own things in, or you can just let go. Whatever it is, I just let go. So option is at any point to just say some of those. You can say the same thing 3 times. You can say 3 different things, but we're just letting go of some things. So to start off with, hands coming under the thighs, lifting our heart up to start and shoulders down. Okay, now we're going to work through our angry cat. So we're curving that little, pushing the shoulder blades back and then drawing the ribs in. So curving into a C curve, going as low as you'd like to go. You can try a few of those if that feels okay, just coming down and up in your own time. Good, keeping that nice C curve. Good, you can take the feet further away or further in, whatever feels good. Put a pillow in between your knees if you want. Good, now our next one, we're going to stay down, soften the shoulders. Good, now if you want, we're going to take the hands off. You can turn the palms up if you want, shining up, or you can turn them in, so we're keeping that nice C curve. Good, we're going to breathe in. Breathe out. First mantra if you want. I let go of any tension. Breath 2 or third. I let go of any stress. Third one. I let go of any negativity. Last one. Settle. Good, and coming up. Hands coming down, pressing the hands down, lifting the chest. Option is to stay here or lifting the hips all the way up. 5 breaths, 3 mantras if you want. First breath. To settle. Press the knuckles into the floor. I let go of any tension. I let go of any stress. I let go of any negativity. Good, coming down. Nice. So hands are going to reach. This time, in fact, hands can stay on here if you want, and this time we're taking it back in more of a straight line. So keeping the chest lifted. Now we don't want to arch maybe too much. So if it feels too much in the lower back, maybe change it to this one. Doesn't have to be far. Option is to stay here. If you'd like, reach in the hands. Now if you'd like, we're going to add the legs. Same thing, 5 breaths, but come out of it when you need to. One leg or both legs up and go for it. First mantra. I let go. Second one. I let go. Third one. I let go. To settle. Okay, bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall out, and just release and relax up them. Option is to say anything, do anything here, or just let it be. Let it go. Okay. We're going to work with a similar one to what we just did here. Option, if that feels okay for you, is just sticking with the 2 hands. If we want to build up to that, both legs bent, both hands down, maybe we're working up, so getting higher and lower. You can come in and out of this. If you'd like, we're working with 1 hand. So one leg is straight, so if you want to go front leg and front arm, and I'm turning my hand out a little bit. Make sure you're not going to slip. And I'm going to say knee to elbow, so you can bring the foot in as far out. We can try it, you can come out of it and make any adjustments. So we want to do it and then reflect on it and see if we can improve anything to make it better for our bodies. So to start, maybe we just want to lift. This might be the first bit where we're thinking that reaching up with the heart and hand. If you want, you're going to press through and lift the hips. Now that back foot, the bent leg, can be flat, or you can lift up. You can bring the foot in closer, so that we're pressing through the ball of the foot, pushing the hips up. If you want, take the hand back. So making any changes you need to do here, move where the foot is, move where the hand is, push the hips up more, come down, come back up, wherever you need, and then come back down. Lovely. If you want to have another go on that side, or we're changing sides. Now what I'd say, and maybe I should have said before, if you've got an injury and you can't do it on one side, I would just keep to the more symmetrical one for now, or don't do as much on one side so that you don't end up with one really sore side. So again, straight arm, straight leg, and bent arm and bent. Now option is just to try this, lifting up, so maybe pushing through the heel, lifting up through the heart, and pushing off the hand here, getting a little bit of strength. Option again, if we're here, you might come up through the ball of the foot or keep it flat and walk out a bit. So we're lifting up. We might push up to here. If you want, you might take the hand up and over. You might look back to that hand. You might push higher. You might reach more. You might open the belly towards the ceiling, or it might be turning to the side a bit. Make any changes. Come down and back out if you want. And then coming back down. Lovely. Now we're just going to come into our position here. So legs are long. They can stay bent. We're going to go for a little bit of tension on this one. So if you want, we're pushing the heels away, pulling the toes up, pushing the hands away, depends on how long your arms are, lifting the chest. So we want that kind of tension through the legs, through the body, all the way. Draw the shoulder blades back down, looking straight forward. 5 breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. I let go. Breathing in. I let go. Last one. I let go. One breath a second. Good. Now you can soften into the feet and into the legs a little bit if you want. And we're just going to have a little whoosh up and through. Whoosh. Now it might be that you just keep it quite up and the energy comes through the arms and through the shoulders. Or you can even bend the legs and let the body flop over. See what feels good for you. We're going to go for 3. You can be letting go. 2. Last one. And stay all the way up. Good. You're going to bend the elbows. Lift the heart. Almost like you could take off. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Good. Giving the legs a little shake. Okay, we're going to come back to this position that we just did here, and our option is to add a couple of different versions of a twist. So, yeah, let's start with the back leg. So we can cross this over. Now the foot might be further out, further in. It might be flat, it might be slightly off. And we're going to hug the chest towards the thigh. So if you've got your right leg in, it's your left arm, or vice versa. So it's the opposite arm hugs. And this arm lifts up and back. Now, option is to stay here. Maybe that straight leg is flexing. Or rocking slightly towards the hip of the right of the long leg so you can bring it in. So that heel comes towards the butt. Let me come over this way. Another way is just to bring that leg in. Like you're going to cross the legs. And instead you're going to take that leg up and over. Now again, maybe we want to try and get the foot flat. Maybe you bring the ankle back a bit. Maybe you're trying to get the knees on top. Have a play about with how that works nicely for your body. It might be that we're feeling it in the hip and we're dropping that hip down. And then you might add a twist. So hand towards knee and then spiral round. Good, so we're lifting up. Looking all the way around. Good, pushing that hip down maybe, lifting the spine more. Good, now that hand that's on the floor is going to reach back. It might mean that you rock back a little bit. You hug the knee in more. Good, now if you want keeping the arm where it is, you're going to take this arm up and over and reach. Get the side bend as well. Now it might not go very far. Maybe the weight is kind of going into the foot a little bit. Maybe you move it. See how that feels. Opening. Imagine you could open the shoulder, open the chest. Looking under the armpit. Nice, and coming down. Changing over. You can have a little wiggle out. So other leg in and over. Option is just to stay here with this straight leg. Or tuck this heel in. Make any adjustments you need to. Thinking about maybe dropping the hips so we can be strong through our base. Knee can be towards chest or chest towards knee. Opposite, our hand comes to the floor. Maybe it's just fingertips to lift us up rather than relaxing back into the hand. Bending the elbows so the shoulder can drop and we can look over the shoulder. Nice deep breaths. Maybe we're checking back in with our mantras, letting go of tension, negativity and stress, or whatever else that you're letting go of today. Perfectionism, productivity, control, having to be right. Good, maybe reaching the arm up and lifting away. Good, taking the arm up and over if that feels okay. Good, soften the shoulder, open the arm. And coming back down. Lovely, taking the legs out. Have a little wiggle. And we're going to come to all fours, grab a wee drink, whatever you need to. Now coming onto all fours, having a little wiggle out into the hips, spreading the hands, so little jazz hands, spreading the fingers, press the knuckles in, trying to get the wrists under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. Make any little movements you want, cat cows, coming into child's pose, listening to your body, whatever it needs. Okay, now we're going to press through one foot. So I'm going for the right foot, but you can pick. I might shimmy forward a little bit, tucking the toes to push back a little stretch through the ankle and the calf. Good, now we're going to shift the weight slightly forward and lift. So we're pushing through the heel, pushing the back to the ceiling. Hold it here. Good, now you can lift. You can lift the foot as high as you want. It's trying to get the heel pointing up and the toes pointing down. Good, now from here, maybe you curl the heel in towards the butt. Working our hamstring a little bit. Maybe we push the heel up a little more. Good, maybe we bring the nose to the knee to curve the spine. And step it through all the way, right foot to the outside of the right hand or whichever foot you're on. Any little movements you need to do, whether you've moved your hands to get there, So we're trying to get a nice flat foot, any little wiggles. Now we're going to press the shoulder to the knee and the knee to the shoulder, so we've got that nice inner thigh connection. Good. Option is to stay here, or if we want, tucking the back toes and lifting the back heels. So again, don't let the knee wander out, but squeeze it to the shoulder. Okay, now option is to lift the arm or circle the arm. That back knee can be down at any point. We're going to open it all the way up, open, and through. If you want, add your mantras. I let go of any tension. I let go of any stress. I let go of negativity. I'm going to hold the last one up. Good. Bring it all the way down, back knee down. Inhale to lift the hands up. Good. Lifting up and pressing into the back shin and the back foot, and then maybe pushing so it's the hip that's pushing forward. If you want, join the palms, lift the face and the heart to the sky. Again, take any little moment of gratitude for your body, anything you're feeling it. Thank your body for doing all this good work. Lifting up longer. And let it fall down. Coming back to all fours, any little wiggles out. Oh, that was a good one. Or if you'd like, coming up to downward dog for any wiggles out, whatever feels nice for you. Good, and coming back to all fours and changing sides. So one leg pushes back, any little wiggles we need to. Oh, sorry, heel. Tuck the toes first and a little stretch. Good, then we shift it. Heel is up, pushing the floor away. Soften shoulders, long neck. Curl the heel towards the butt and maybe push the heel a little higher. Working into the back of the body. Good. And then bring the nose to knee, curving. Good, extend out and then step it through to the outside. If you need to move your hands, that's fine. Again, any little moves. Taking it slow enough that you can actually listen to the response rather than just bouncing between different positions. Good, squeeze the shoulder to the knee and the knee to the shoulder to feel the inner thighs engage. Good, option is to stay here or tuck the back foot, pushing into the back heel, long through the body. 5 circles again. If you want, adding your letting go. I let go. 2. I let go. 3. I let go. And then we keep our last one all the way up. Opening the body. Good, let the hands fall down, the knee comes down and we inhale to lift. Good, tucking the back hip, pushing forward. Lifting the hands, the heart and the face up to the sky. Good, softening where we can and engaging where we need to. Pushing into that back shin. And let the hands fall down, coming back to all fours for any wiggle. Or up to downward facing dog for any wiggles. Good, finding stillness if you want or keeping it moving. Good, we're going to walk the hands back, bending the knees, ragdolling over. Taking a little moment here, any little wiggles. And slowly roll up. Good, we're just going to finish with a couple of tree poses standing and we'll come back to the floor. just to find our balance and our letting go. So last week we started a little bit more with this. So feeling the grounding down through your feet. Feel free to stand against the wall, hold on to anything if you need a little extra, or just keep your foot on the floor. So transferring into one foot and imagine the roots of your tree growing out, feeling really strong and connected. The other foot, we're going to turn out and maybe bring the heel or the sole of the foot to the ankle, and maybe gently using that to press out. Our headlights and our hips are staying forward, so we're not going around the corner. Option is to stay here or lift your branches high, palms can face whichever way. We can be a bit more of a creative tree shape. And remember, it can be a windy day throughout. So reaching your branches and your leaves up. If you'd like, taking the foot a little higher, maybe gently pressing the knee wider. If you want, you can take it all the way up. Option is always to close the eyes if you want an extra challenge. So see if we can have that feeling of being grounded and soft and drawing down through the foot and the legs. And then being lifted and light and letting go through the upper body. Good. Fix your gaze on something. If I'm wobbling and you're wobbling, we'll all wobble and fall. So feel free to find something more stable. Good. One more breath. And let it go. Good. Changing sides. Find that grounded position through the foot, soft through the knees, and the other foot comes out. Good. Feeling a little bit of pressure through the legs to push out. Engaging the muscles that need to, like through the legs, into the glutes, maybe in the middle to keep us nice and strong. And then find softness and light and letting go of any tension in the areas we don't need. Good. Bringing the foot as high as you would like to, allowing your branches to wave in the wind. Forgiving yourself and being gentle with yourself with each wobble. Imagine we can take that practice into the rest of the week when we stumble, where we wiggle, where we wobble. Good. Find the groundedness through the legs, the stability and the strength. And then feel the light and the lift and the letting go. One more breath. And let it go. Lovely. We're just going to do a couple of forward fold standing, and then we're going to come to the wall, the legs at the wall if you'd like. So we're going to take feet about hip width apart. Big breath all the way up, lifting, maybe even stretching the front of the body a little bit. And then breathing out, bending the knees forward, fold it all the way down. Any little wiggles you need to do here. Bending the knees, one knee and the other, the head, the shoulders. Bending deeper and lifting all the way up. Last one, big breath. And forward fold. Good. Bending the knees as much as you need to, or stretching if that feels nicer. Dropping the shoulders, tucking the chin in. And slowly up. Rolling the shoulders back, maybe lifting the head. Good. All right. If you'd like to, we're going to go legs against the wall. So you might want to shift your mat so that we can go legs against the wall, or just bring in your pillow. You can bring your blanket with you, put your fluffy socks on. There's no elegant way to get in or out. So what you might do is just sit your hips as close as you can. And then we're just going to cartwheel up. You might have to wiggle in a little bit. Bring the body in. You can be wherever you want. We would like, we probably want our knees not to be pushing too far the other way. So find where that feels good for you. You might have a bit of space, or you might be able to come really far in. Right, so it's like you're sitting against the wall. Legs could be straight or bent. If you really want, you can take legs wide, or you can bring soles of the feet together, or a little squat. Whatever position works well. Arms can be wide or overhead. You could have a blanket over you to be super cozy. So you're going to come into that position. And then maybe find stillness. Try out however you want it to work for you. And then see if you can commit to stillness for a few minutes. Now this might feel nice, just even a change of perspective. Kids are always rolling about and seeing the world from all different angles, and we keep seeing it from a very controlled point of view where we always know what's going on. So just flip your world upside down for a little minute. It also has beautiful benefits to the body for circulation and things like that, but just let it go. Just let it all go. Maybe you check in with the body again here, noticing if there are any new sensations or if any of the sensations that you started with have changed or went away or got more or less. Maybe you can see how your breath feels, noticing if it feels easier or natural, maybe deeper. Maybe noticing if you want to make any changes to the breath at this point. Now your back is against the floor. Maybe breathing deep into the back of the ribs, so you'll feel that gentle pressure on the ribs into the floor. Noticing any tingling in the feet. Noticing the back of the head heavy. Maybe noticing the shoulders open, the chest open. If you want to continue changing the breath, maybe it's counting the breath in for 5 counts, holding the breath, and then letting it out for 5 counts. Making it slow and smooth and deliberate. If you want to use this time to say any more letting go, if there are new things you want to let go of, or if you want to really drive home those ones that you're letting go of. Keeping it simple and seeing if you can take those into your day. And moments of stress or frustration, is there something you can let go of that would make the situation lighter or brighter for you or for other people? Letting go of things that we don't need and holding on to the things that are really important. Carrying on with deep breaths. Now I invite you to stay here for as long as life will allow. But if not, you can just take your hands onto your heart. Just like we did at the start, but just taking that moment to thank your body for showing up, for doing all of those things, for taking deep breaths, for letting go, for keeping you going, and for holding on to everything that we love. Now take your time. If you're coming out of this, take your time and go as slowly as you can. Go as slow and with as little effort as possible before you have to rejoin the real world. But But thank you very much for joining me, and have a lovely time. I hope you can stay there for at least another hour. Okay, take care. Good.